WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish like bright future, we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions, fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when Eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Good evening, everyone. Apologies for my voice. All of a sudden coming down with a mad cough. Crazy. But who cares? We are here for the match preview. We've got Liverpool tomorrow at Anfield, 4 p.m. kickoff. And it's just even more time to party. JC, how's it going?
So right now, two things. So first off, if you haven't already seen the short, we have the 2025 winners on the black shirt, and I have it as well on the red and blue shirt, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, very nice. If you have existing shirts, just go to the club shop and they'll do it for you. Yes, you have to pay for it, but you don't have to buy a new shirt to do it. But most importantly, it was the end of the Polish season, and the GOAT, Jarosław Jak, listen to these stats this season: 34 games, 8 goals. I've told you he's the GOAT. 8 goals from centre back. Are you mad? In one season? Generational talent. Yes, he is 31. Who cares? My GOAT.
I can't believe you, man. I can't believe you. You are something else. Anyway, listen, we're here to preview the game tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be joined by CALLUM from Team Coppish. He said he should be available, but I know he's got a busy schedule himself. Let's start off with, obviously, let's talk midweek. Now, first things first, sincere apologies for audio issues. Bless JC. Bless him. As soon as the player ratings were done, that's when he realized he hadn't plugged in the mic.
Listen, we did all those fan cams, and I forget to plug in the mic. We were looking through it, trying to salvage any little piece of content we could from it.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry to cut you, JC. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Evening, boys.
I was trying to salvage any little piece of content. It was just not possible. It's just that damn mic. Because like I said, thanks for watching. I looked at the camera and I saw the thing was like pulled out just a little bit. I was like, no, there's no way we just did all of that. And you can't hear it.
So, obviously, apologies for those. I know I saw a few comments. Like, I think one person gave us actually advice on what mic to use as well.
It's like a big man. Literally, what's the last video? It's the audio's fine.
Oh my dude. Anyway, welcome to our special guest, our good friend in the channel, CALLUM from Team Coppish. First things first.
Sorry to cut you. Should we all sing it together? Because I think we can all sing the song. Campione.
I mean, we've got a song that's better than that, but you can't really sing it because you finished first.
Nah, congrats, boys, man. I'm happy for you.
Really congratulations to you as well. I'm gonna go there. We need to talk about one certain player. We need to talk because.
Wow, I thought it was a friendly, polite one.
It is. That's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the mess. We're gonna get the mess out the way. We're gonna get out the way. Because obviously, what do you call it? Jurgen Klopp's now come out and said that booing him was poor and this and the other, and he's obviously he's Liverpool. Does that change like the fan base's opinion of it? Are some of them like, oh gosh, Klopp's right, or is it no, Klopp, shut up, it's wrong?
So I've been pretty vocal about my thoughts and opinions on this, and it's not gone down well in the Liverpool community. What I'm figuring out with this is you've got the Scouse opinion, and then you've got the rest of the Liverpool fan base opinion. I can't speak for Scousers because I'm not Scouse. Even though I might have an opinion on it, I can't tell them how to think and feel. So I think for them, it's a different situation for them. In terms of Liverpool fans outside of Liverpool or non-Scouse fans, again, they might feel how some Scouse fans feel, but long and short of it, I don't feel the way Scouse fans feel towards Trent. I don't think Trent's handled the situation well. In fact, I think Trent's handled it really bad in the last month. I don't think he should have said anything until the season finished. You went all season not saying anything. Just keep it that way until the season and the parade finishes. And then you make your announcement. Also, him not saying anything has hurt him now because everyone else has come out and made up a bunch of stuff, so it makes it look even worse on him. Slot throwing him under the bus yesterday in the press conference. I don't know if you guys have seen that as well. Where so basically Slot was asked about the situation, like what he spoke to Trent about in pre-season, and Slot pretty much basically said, well, he's leaving now, so I can tell you guys. And he was just like, there were times when I don't think he tried as hard defensively as he should have, and he's a much better defender than he shows but he doesn't show it enough. And it's like, and this is where the Liverpool fan base is kind of crazy. I've been saying this for the last 2 years, how I've been frustrated with him from a defensive standpoint, because I don't think Trent has a lack of ability to defend. I think he has a lack of desire. And that annoys me more, because if you're just not a good defender, but you try hard, I can live with that. But if you're a good defender and you don't try hard, I can't live with that. And I think that's the issue I've had. And everyone would make excuses for Trent and stuff. And it'd be like, oh, he's not that fast. And I'd pull up stats and be like, Trent is one of the fastest in the team, but he runs that fast when he's going forward. When he's going backwards, he doesn't run that fast. But now this whole has become a narrative even more. And I'm seeing Liverpool fans going, yeah, he's not good defensively. I'm like, you guys are the same guys who were literally cussing me a couple of months ago saying, we don't care about his defending because he's so good attacking. So it's a horrible situation. I'm hoping he doesn't come on against you guys in the game tomorrow, because I think it will overshadow what the event should be. And the event, now that you've won something, now we've won something, it should just be a party atmosphere from minute 0 to minute 90, whatever. I hope it doesn't ruin that. And it's a shame, but he's not going to get the send-off that he thought he was going to get. And for Klopp to say what he said, I agree with it, but the fan base ain't going to like it.
Yeah. One last thing on the Trent situation. Are the Scouse fans upset that he left on a free or didn't want to stay?
Oh, Rich, you're asking the questions, bro.
Listen. This is again, what I do.
and this is again another thing where I can't get my head around it, because people will say, oh, he's leaving on a free, that's the issue. But I saw Jack Grealish leave Aston Villa for 100 mil, and it's still an issue. I think we felt that Trent was our new Gerrard, and Gerrard stayed for his whole career. So if Gerrard can do it, why can't Trent do it? And football doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I don't think today's game is anything like it was yesteryear. And I think we're all around a similar age. We can attest to your Gerrards and players like that, your Letitiers. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. And I don't have an issue with that, but we can't be entitled as fans and expect players to stay at one club forever anymore. But there are ways of doing it. And I think Trent could have handled it better. But even if Trent had gone in the summer for 100 mil, I still think people would have seen it as a bad thing and they would have still crashed out on him. So I think he was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. But I think he could have handled it way better than he has.
Fair dues. There was a comment from Tim that I think we can address, JC.
Yeah, so Tim has a question for JC and Rich. Does our experience with Wilf leaving on a free help you relate to how some Liverpool fans feel about Trent leaving?
I forget, but that's a shout. That's a sick question.
But I think for us,
it's a completely different situation.
Yeah, we kind of knew that he was going, and we tried our best to keep him.
I think,
in this sense.
And I think also there's a fact of I wouldn't say presence in the team, but I would say the amount their team needed them. Let's say, because like when Wilf was on his way out, big up Dan. When
Big up,
Wilf was
Raz.
on his way out, we already sort of had Michael Elise, we had Eze sort of there to step in, and they were already in the club, ready for when Wilf eventually went. But with Liverpool, they don't really have another right back, someone of that same caliber in that same position. Yes, Conor Bradley's a good player, but he's nowhere near what Trent is. And also, Trent has that extra thing that we had with Zaha, where he's born and bred Liverpool. And I think that the whole situation of him saying, yeah, I want to go, blah, 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 and doing what he did is sort of a little bit different to Wilf, because Wilf was always like, well, you know, I'm contracted here. I'll do what I need to do here. And then the second his contract was out, he went, all right, cool, I'm off. And to be fair, he never said a bad thing about us until his contract was out. And even now, when he's at Charlotte now, they're asking him about, oh, what do you think about Palace winning the FA Cup? And he's like, wax lyrical. He's like, oh, mate, it's brilliant. I've got a few messages from the guys that are still there. So I think it's a completely different situation, but it is a very similar thing that's going to happen.
Yeah. Can I chime in on that one? Again, don't take disrespect. I'm outnumbered here, so I definitely don't want no smoke with you guys. But Liverpool and Palace in different trajectories, especially when Wilf was leaving. Trent is possibly leaving like the best Liverpool setup we've had in my lifetime anyway, in terms of backroom staff, structure above the manager, players as well. And I think that's another thing. If Trent had left maybe when we'd finished 5th that season under Klopp, then I think some people would go, oh, you know what, it doesn't look like we're going to get back to where we were. And maybe you could see it from that standpoint. We've just won the league though. And we've been linked to some like top quality footballers. So I think that's another one where I think it's like people, and again, it's the whole Gerrard comparison. Gerrard stayed even when we weren't going to win leagues, whereas Trent has won 2. And if he stays and we add, we could be sitting there in the middle of a dynasty as well. So I think it's almost the imperfect storm for Trent to leave.
I mean, asking a question back at that again, let's say just for example, that Frimpong comes in as a replacement. Let's just say that's for an example. If Frimpong comes in and shows that he's better than Trent, let's say, maybe not in the passing, but he just gives Liverpool that little bit more and they go and win the title again, is this whole Trent situation forgotten about or not?
Not for me, it's not. This is the one thing I've not liked our fan base doing, is just forgetting what he's done. Like, without Trent, there's a strong argument to suggest that we wouldn't have had the success we've had in the last 8 years. Like, there was a reason Liverpool fans would go and argue with every fan base and say we have the best right back in the world. There was a reason we would sit there and go, we've got a Kevin De Bruyne-esque player at right back, because he was and still is that good. Like, even games this season, the game against Man City at home, without him spraying that ball for 60, 70 yards to Salah's feet, we don't probably score the first goal in that game to break the deadlock. You think about the game last season against Arsenal, where he picks up the ball, threads it through to Salah again. He has had so many clutch moments with passing, with his shooting, with his creativity. You can't just forget what he's done. And you might dislike him, but you can't erase his legacy, in my opinion. In the same way, Michael Owen. I have this argument with Liverpool fans. I am not a Michael Owen fan, but I will never sit here and say that guy for Liverpool wasn't one of the best strikers we've seen in my lifetime. He was phenomenal, but don't like him. And I think that's what it's going to be with Trent, unfortunately.
To be fair, I don't think a lot of people like Michael Owen, to be honest.
That's don't help your own statement.
All right, let's move on. I mean, for me personally, look, he's won everything with you. Let him be. Like, Real Madrid's calling, like Real Madrid. You know, and I mean, people are giving it Gerrard comparisons. Gerrard didn't win a league. Anyway, let's look forward to obviously to tomorrow's game. I mean, obviously we spoke outside Sellers Park. Very early game when we played.
That was back in very September, right?
Yeah, we were in a bad run of form. Funny enough, I think we should have got. It's weird, like that could have finished 3-3. That's how mad that game was.
Yeah, first game of 2 halves. We had the first half. You battered us in the second half.
Yeah.
We had
Did
the
you
first 30 seconds.
did you see yourself literally steamrolling this league?
No,
And-
remember
and-
we spoke.
And what was it about what Slot did that's impressed you the most?
It's his composure in and out of games. So on the touchline, his ability to make changes on the fly was really good. Like in the beginning of the season, I found that in the first half of games we weren't really great, and then in the second half we just turned teams over. But also just in press conferences, he just had this manner about him that was so calming. Again, I love Klopp, but Klopp was very prickly sometimes, and I think sometimes that fed onto the players. Slot just seems like he's that guy where he's just like, okay, it's cool. The only time I've seen him lose his composure was that Everton game when he got into the referee's face and really had a go at him. Apart from that, smooth throughout. But I remember, bro, when we spoke at Selhurst Park, there was two narratives. There was the, I don't think we'll win the league. And I was having to convince you guys that you're not going to get relegated. And like, because it's how the fan bases are. We know our club's better than an outsider would. So when I'm telling you guys, no, you're not getting relegated, and you guys are like, Cal, it's bad at the moment. I'm like, fair enough. Let me step back and have a look. But I didn't think we'd win the league, let alone steamroll it. I didn't. I thought Arsenal would win it this season, and I thought we'd finish second when Rodri got injured. But I didn't think we'd win it. But I called it. When we beat West Ham 5-0, 29th of December, I was just like, yeah, it's done now. Because Arsenal have to be perfect and we have to have a massive slip-up. And it just wasn't going to happen. Not with their injuries, not with the form we had.
No, absolutely. I mean, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Gravenberch was one young player of the year.
Deserved as well.
I think he's had a very, very solid season. There's another midfielder in your ranks I'm not going to give credit to for obvious reasons. You're losing Trent. But
Sorry, there's a midfielder that you guys have got that had he played a full season could have been in the running for that as well.
Absolutely.
Special player.
And I hope he doesn't get played for the under-21s. He needs a full rest.
I wouldn't
and
mind.
We also need teams to leave him alone as well.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind. One
more thing before we go into the comments. Obviously, Trent's on his way, but re-signing Virgil and Salah, how big is that going forward?
Massive, bro. Like again, going back to us Liverpool fans, where we can be flip-flop sometimes. If you asked anyone in October, you can only keep 2 out of the 3. Who would it be? I think 90% of the fan base would have said Virgil and Salah. Not because Trent's rubbish, it's just those two are so important to what we are and who we are. Captain, and I think Salah will now become vice captain potentially. If not vice captain, he'll be the third in command. But it was essential we held on to those two players. They are, for me, the two best players in their positions in the world, despite their age. But you can't just lose players like that and replace them. I still think Trent is arguably the best right back in the world, but I think it's easier to replace Trent in a position that he plays in, as opposed to a Salah or a Virgil. There are players out there who could come in and do fantastic things. I think Elise, if Salah left and Elise came in, I'd be over the moon. But we're not getting Elise. We're not going to get a player of that ilk. So keeping those players again is massive.
I'm going to give you one more season. I'm going to talk with Daniel Munoz as best right back in the world.
In the world?
This guy's unreal.
No, I know he's unreal. In the world is a bold statement, no?
I'm saying I'm putting my own reputation on the line. One more, because remember we got Europe now, so he's got to show himself now.
Yeah. Very true.
So I'm chucking it out there. Jason, let's hit some comments.
I wouldn't say that, but I think he's sick. I wouldn't say that as well. Oh man. Big up the dog. What's Ty saying about us now? What did you do, Rich? What did you do?
So I had asked him on the biased shot, that's normally with Robbie, Whiteyardy, and Ty, and I had asked him, "Oh, can we talk now that we've won a trophy?" Reason being, he obviously had that rant outside the Emirates when we drew 2-2, saying, "How can Palace fans talk? How can they talk? What have we won? The relegation photo. What have we won? What have we won?" So I was like, "Well, we won something now. Can we chat?" And then he changed his whole thing. He goes, "Congratulations, Crystal Palace. Well, you've won 1, we've won 14. He's just he's changed the goalpost. Typical Ty.
I could have told you how that was gonna go. Arguing Ty, it's a lose-lose, bro. Like it's a lose-lose.
No, but I wasn't intending to argue. I just said this.
Yeah.
I just went to rattle him.
Yeah. Oh, even that.
Whoa.
That is dangerous work, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Rich,
I'll get your mind out
Rich, remember was walking back after, when we beat them 3-0 under Vieira.
He's like
And we
cussing on the
said-
referee.
No. We said to him, "Oh, would you take Vieira as your man?" He's like, "No, what's Vieira? Why?" I was like, "You just lost 3-0."
Ty stands on business, man. He stands on business.
Big up Tim. Big up Nate. Said unbelievably shameless about. Oh yeah, Dan. I don't know if you know this. I said this at the start of the stream, but you know Yaroslav Yak.
Yeah. Yaroslav Yak.
Do you know his stats this year as a centre back in the Polish league?
I don't even know who he's playing for.
Listen, I can't pronounce it. It's some Polish team. He's got 34 games. Yeah, he's got 8 goals.
Really?
Yeah. Standing on business.
I think that says a lot about the Polish league, to be honest.
Big up Durfez. Yeah, I've made a. I don't know if you've seen it, Dan, but I'm messed up with the player ratings. Big up Animal.
I haven't seen it yet.
Big up Mary. Big up Chairman saying, Dan, he will see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Big up Vibes saying, Cal, can you say the Leverkusen guy that you're signing?
No. So I'll just add some context to this. In the Coppish community, there is something known as the CC, which is the CALLUM curse.
Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah. Where you can't mention Nick because then they don't sign.
Yeah, so I've got a really bad track record of whenever I want us to sign a player and I mention their name, one of two things happen. They either get injured, like really badly injured, or we get close to signing them and then they sign for someone else. So it started with.
I'll give you one guess as to who Vibe supports.
Oh, is he support Arsenal? Man United. Yeah. That's nasty work, Vibes. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I can't. So they dropped a diss track on me. Someone made a diss track. Yeah. Someone made a diss track, made an AI video above it. I'm not gonna lie. The song.
Do you know the bars?
Well. Say again.
I spit some bars.
No, but I'll send you the link to the video.
Please do.
Dark. Yeah, the video is dark.
What were some of the bad transfers?
Caicedo
was a bad one. I went viral for that because I was like, yeah, we're getting him, and then like less than.
Is Bellingham one by any chance?
Bellingham was one. Kvaratskhelia.
Well, you know what? Thank you for saying that you'd like Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
Adam Wharton, welcome to Palace 25-26.
Yeah, I literally, with all the stuff going on with the Leverkusen guy, people literally DM and call me. Yeah. People will call me and DM me and be like, just don't go live, just leave this one to bat and drift. And I'm like, I might have to just let it go, leave this one. Like literally, even my missus, like one of my missus' friends sent her the diss track video and was like, does Callum know this is out? She was like,
wait. The question is, how many times did she listen to it?
Before she told me.
I heard it reloaded twice. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a violation.
I cut off the Wi-Fi. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. He did that midstream as well.
I cut off the Wi-Fi. I heard it reloaded twice. I was like, no, enough's enough. No.
Big up CM. Big up Ol. Big up Mitch.
Are you guys all going up to the game tomorrow?
I can't make it, but Dan's going and Chairman's going as well.
Nice.
Yeah, you wanted to check Decore a few years ago for 70 mil, but he is very injury prone. Did you say his name as well?
No, he's not one of the players I'll put on to slap.
I was about to say, you've actually get sin bin for life. If you're the person that's given him 2 ACLs in 2 months.
Is it 2? Is it back-to-back ACLs he's had?
ACL, MCL.
He did his Achilles against Luton.
Yeah, his Achilles.
Yeah.
Literally the two worst injuries you can get.
He's had some horrible injuries.
Is he back training or anything yet? Or
Yeah,
still not?
no, he put out a thing saying he's back on grass. He
Oh,
put
he is?
one out.
Oh.
Yeah.
God
Oh, he
willing,
can
he
walk
has
now.
He was really good when you signed him.
So good.
Him and Adam Water in the pivot.
That's we had him out for one game, and guess what game it was?
Tidy.
Spurs when we won our first game.
No, it wasn't.
Tidy.
It was Chelsea. It was Chelsea away.
Oh yeah, he came in. I mean, just the first time they started. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's tidy. You guys are building a nice little squad there, man. You are.
Am I the only one that thinks Munoz had a better season than Trent? I don't know yet.
I'd say Trent.
About that one.
I'd say Trent edged it, but Munoz did have a fantastic season. Like my neighbours are Crystal Palace fans, and he just goes on about Munoz. He loves it.
Apparently, 70% of the world is covered by water. The rest is covered by Daniel Munoz.
I saw a thing from
He's like
Guara.
28 as well, right?
Yeah.
So he's in his prime now as
He's in his
well.
prime now. Yeah, he just signed a new deal. Whether that don't mean nothing nowadays. It's probably just bumped up his release clause.
Yeah.
You know, Guara, regarding the Europa League. So basically, I think if PSG win the cup, then I think Lyon get a Europa League spot, which now then brings into dispute whether or not we can get a Europa League spot because our owner part owns Lyon and us too.
No.
So it's a bit messy. I don't think we will lose our spot. I generally don't. I think I won't be surprised if Lyon are the ones that go to the Conference League as opposed to us. But then they might do their financial problems and stuff like that. Yeah, but then if it goes to coefficient, we're in big trouble. But I think we should be all right because I believe Man City and Girona played in the same competition.
United and Nice as well. Also, I read somewhere that apparently it has to be 35% control over both clubs. Now, I think the argument they're going to make is that he doesn't. I know he owns 45% of shares,
but they're not controlling the shares.
He doesn't like. He only gets 25% of the vote.
Oh, it's like people think they can reverse engineer this curse. Like I don't control how it works. Like, if I did, I'd find a way, but I don't.
Last comment. Thoughts on Ben Doak, because we had a little go at signing him in January, but you man quoted 30 million, and that's outrageous.
Yeah, we tried the thing in.
But you did it with Benteke and Saka.
Yeah,
so
I know.
That's
why we tried the thing. We had to try something, kid it. I think Ben Doak's a good young player. I don't think he'd start for you though. He's not starting ahead of Eze or Sarr, in my opinion.
Yeah, from what I saw of Romain Esse the other day, I don't think he's starting ahead of him either.
Yeah, so I think he'd be a very good rotation player. The thing is with him, he hasn't got great end product. He can beat a player, but then not much happens after that. But he's still young. It depends on how much time you're going to give him to develop. But I don't think he gets a look in at Liverpool, so I think he will be sold in the summer.
Fairs. Right, Carl, I'm going to hand you over to JC for your favourite segment.
Combined 11.
Come on.
Here we go. So,
is Trent going straight in?
He's not a Liverpool player anymore, is he? Like,
this is the combined 11.
Tomorrow, so yeah, Munoz, man.
Basically, you're gonna fill this out. So you pick the formation, you pick the players, you pick everything. Only stipulation here is you can't build three Palace players at least, but you can't put more in there.
You need to have at least 3 Liverpool players.
Okay, what formation do you want?
I'll try. I'll see if I can get 3 in there. 4-2-3-1, please, bro.
4-2-3-1.
I know of 2 positions we've definitely got.
I might blind.
I think I know what 2 you're talking about.
All right. Who are you going for in goal?
Yeah, it's Alisson, man. Come on now.
not Dina, no?
No, it's Ali, man.
When is he gone as well? Because seriously,
raw.
No, because he's annoying against us. He saves everything.
Yeah, I know. He's brilliant, man. He's brilliant.
Right. Let's go straight in. Right,
Munoz. Yeah, Munoz.
Left back.
Ooh, actually,
I'm going Mitchell.
I forgot. Yeah, because Robbo's.
What's going on with Mitchell? You guys, is he signing a new contract or?
He's got a new deal. The media
Yeah.
doesn't understand that he signed a new contract. He's contracted with us until 28. Everyone thinks he's out of contract. He's not.
Problem is on Transfermarkt, it's down as being expired this year. So I think they Google it and then they get it. It's 2028.
If you actually check the Palace website and you scroll back a few months, he signed a new deal, so he's not a free transfer. Centre backs.
Virgil Canate. Lacroix has been excellent this season though, and I think Gay is very good. He's underrated, but I think Lacroix has been sensational. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think he's been excellent for you guys.
Your double pivot.
The guy that you guys hate because of his previous allegiances and Gravenberch. Adam gets very close though.
So it's Gravenberch and Wharton. Where are we going in the 10?
Eze in the 10. Eze all day, man. And again, I'm a massive Szoboszlai fan as well, but Eze is just something else.
Why does he not get the credit he deserves? I'm just looking as an outsider looking in, because I think he's good.
Do you know what? I genuinely don't understand, because on Kopish, I can speak for us on Kopish. We all massively rate Eze and would have Eze at Liverpool like that.
So I'm talking about Slobbo.
Oh, Szoboszlai. Because he doesn't get big numbers. That's what it is. He doesn't get big numbers. I think
this whole stats thing, man.
Yeah, but shall I tell you what it is as well? When you watch him play, sometimes he doesn't do things that you'd associate with a number 10. So there could be passes sometimes you think, Sobo, you could have threaded that through there, and he doesn't. But
is he a 10 though? I see him as an 8.
So yeah, I think in the Premier League for Liverpool, he's an 8. For Hungary, he kind of has a free role, and at Leipzig, he kind of played as a sort of a left 10.
Right.
But yeah, he's an 8. Yeah, I think that speaks for itself.
I'll put Salah in there. I think it's a close run between him and Sarr. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, very true.
Who are we going on the left?
This is a tough one because Diaz has had a better season than Gakpo, but Diaz has also played as a false 9 a lot this season. I think for that, I've got to go Gakpo.
Slot's definitely got a tune out of him this season, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Well, he's playing in his right position this season.
I think he's been sick ever since he came back from the Euros, actually. He had a really good Euros. And
he had a great game against you guys.
He
was great against you guys in the reverse fixture.
And finally, Mateta.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't even. I think Diaz has had a good season of false 9, but Mateta has been. I remember this guy was ridiculed when he came to the Premier League. No one ain't saying nothing now, man.
JP had me hopeful of myself becoming a professional football player at one point.
5, I'll take that.
You know what's crazy?
I mean, one was dictatorship.
5.
Do you guys hate him that much?
We have to.
We have to. Yeah.
What do you expect?
He said we have to. Got no choice, bro. Fierce.
All right, so I don't know. So Rich and Dan. So this is where we normally come in and we make some changes. Here, I'm not really too mad at this.
I'm not.
But there's a conversation for Mark Gay for Konate. I think.
Gay over Lacroix?
I think so. Personally. Dan, you have the final vote here. Is it Konate, is it Gay, or is it Lacroix?
Do Konate and Virgil play in that? Do they play in that way on the left and the right like that?
No, swap them around. They swap around because Gay plays left and back, right?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't for that reason. I'll probably put Lacroix. If I was picking one of them, I'd pick Lacroix over Gay if it was the right centre back.
But if it's Lacroix over Konate.
I've got Kanai. I'll be honest with you. But remember I said about Trent not defending? Kanai weren't there this season. It could have been a horror show, man.
Big man Munoz does pretty much the same thing though.
Nah, I see Munoz like it's always it's the appetite to defend. He doesn't have
the thing. His work rate is crazy though. So he'll go up the pitch, but he'll still come back though.
Yeah,
Munoz doesn't make sense.
All right, I'm not mad at this.
Nah, I'm not mad at it at all.
If you're telling me that a title-winning team and we're still getting 5 players in there, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Not gonna.
It's because you guys aren't scrubs. You're a very good team. And again, massive praise to Glasner as well, because a lot of people writing him off. I didn't hear many people in your fan base write him off, to be fair. It's more outsiders. I hope you guys keep him. I do hope you guys, as you know, I've got a little soft spot for Palace in it that I grew up around Palace and all that. Obviously, I don't want you damaging Liverpool's season or anything, but I have a soft spot for you guys, man. And
I think we've damaged your seasons enough.
Oh, you definitely have. You definitely have.
We can go to tomorrow's game and enjoy it.
Yeah. On a real, don't do nothing silly tomorrow. Just take a 2-0 loss. Enjoy the day.
Do you know our gaffer?
Just leave it tomorrow, man. We don't need a repeat of previous years. I remember what you did in Gerrard's last game. I'll never forgive Palace for that. Never. Jason punching going up to him at the end of the game.
Glasner's going. He's going to Anfield to win. I'm sorry to.
I know he is. I know, but I need him to just.
That's just his mentality.
Did you hear what he said? In his first interview after we lifted the FA Cup, he went, "Yeah, we're gonna go beat Liverpool. Liverpool win another trophy this year." This guy's on job.
He's already thinking about the charity shield. The community shield.
He fully said, hopefully we can get some players in so we can compete in that competition. I'm like, brother, that's glorified preseason.
You know Boys, let's put this in from now, because for the London games, I tend to try and get up there and do fan cams, as you know. Let's try and link up for the community shield game, guys.
Let's do it.
Try and do something.
Definitely.
Even do you know what? Let's even try and do a preview in person as well.
Do you know what's mad? Because me and Jason were speaking about that anyway.
Yeah, let's try and make it happen, guys, man. We'll try.
We were saying about even the Sellers game. Let's do it at Sellers Park.
Yeah. Let's try something, man. Let's try.
We were hoping to do like an in-person preview with Wolfie from Forest if they got through to the final. Yeah, so in person that would have been sick.
Wolfie is the biggest troll.
He's the biggest troll. If he the maddest figures, if he gets Europa League, it's okay. It's okay. He should have got Champions, but if he gets Conference, I'm gonna call his phone.
Wolfie has been giving everyone problems all season. All season.
He used to be to us.
He has to
Palace. I like Palace, but what if Palace won? And now he can't say nothing.
Wolfie's the worst. I love that guy.
He's a joker. Dan, looking forward to tomorrow's game. Call me crazy. I'm expecting 2 guards of honor. Or when the teams walk out, both trophies are sitting on that podium. That's it. I don't know. I think there's an opportunity to highlight and showcase both our achievements. But going to the game itself, obviously there's no Adam Wharton because of concussion protocols, no Mark Gay because his eye swelled up in the game in the final. Who else is missing? I think that's the only 2 that's missing, right?
I think that's it, yeah.
And then obviously Decore and Riyadh, obviously they've been long-term injuries. How do you see us approaching the game tomorrow?
Literally 1 second.
I think we'll go about it in the same way we played against Wolves. I think he quite obviously played some younger players in that game to try and give him a run out. I can't see him doing something too dissimilar, to be honest, because I think he might. I'd like to think maybe he's choosing to use this as like an early preseason in a way. The only balance I guess you could have to that is, does he want to finish higher in the league? I mean, we've already beaten our record points tally, so does he want to build on that? Probably does.
I think so. There's an opportunity still to finish 10th.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, now I thought about it. There was something that I thought about with the Wolves game. I actually thought it was, in a way, kind of like a smart idea to play some of the younger players, because a lot of the older players, they've won a trophy, they've come off it. You know, it's quite well known that, you know, as soon as you won a trophy, generally speaking, your form drops off for whatever reason. And I think maybe playing some of those younger players who are hungry, they want the opportunity, was actually probably a calculated move, just to get the team playing a bit better anyway. And again, I'd like to see something similar. But to be honest, that away-end's going to be a bit of a party, really. I think we're just going to all try and enjoy the day, and that's it, really.
Absolutely. That's a lovely segue to you, Carl, because you've won the trophy and your form's dipped. Like, is it something that you were expecting, or are you kind of disappointed that it's happened that way?
I was expecting it before I saw these lot go off on holiday during the season. Like, when I saw Slot in a bar and I saw the players in the pool drinking, I was like, yes, it's done. I wanted to get more points because I'm a bit pedantic like that. But ultimately, winning the league is the main thing. But I do think it sets a good precedent to get as many points on the board as possible. And I think you've seen it in previous years, like with Man City teams and Chelsea under Mourinho previously as well, when even though they wrapped up the league pretty early, they still kept on chasing higher points targets. And I think there's something to be said for that. But if we retain next season, I'm hoping we have that mentality next season when we have a few more players slot trusts and the squad's a bit more bolstered. So we'll see. But our form 100% has dropped off. Hence why we need you guys to chill tomorrow.
I guess. No, I'm not going to talk about the other potential transfers because I think by the sounds of it, I've already got 3 potentially lined up, which is about mad already. I'm going to keep quiet. What's your score prediction for tomorrow, Carl?
I can't actually. I don't even know. I think the game's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be a fantastic game of football because both teams will have no pressure on the game and they'll just play free-flowing football, or it could be both teams just don't give a damn really, and it kind of is a lackluster affair. I'm hoping it's the former. I'm going to go 3-2 Liverpool. I'm going to go 3-2. Eze's definitely getting on the score sheet because he's just in that sort of form at the moment. Mateta's available as well, right?
Yeah.
Depends on the person plays them. He rested a few of them the other day.
He might play Nketiah again. You know, he didn't look too bad against Wolves.
Yeah, I think Mateta and Eze get your goals. For us, I reckon Gakpo gets one. I think Salah might get one. And then I'm going to go for... Can I mention his name on the channel?
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I think the 3 goal scorers might be.
Fair enough. Dan?
I mean, I don't even know where to start with the prediction of this game. I'm going to back us. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
JC?
I'm going to go 1-0 Palace. And I'm going to say it's going to be a Henderson penalty just for the vibe.
I've gone 2-1 Palace, but just for the vibes.
Can I just say something, boys? This is how crazy football is. Do you remember the predictions for the reverse fixture? Remember what you guys were saying? You guys were saying, we just hope it's not 3, 4, 5 weeks. And I kept on sitting there going, are these not trolling me? Because we aren't going to go and turn over Palace at Sellers. I think we'll win the game.
You could have.
We could have, but again, it just shows. I think for me, it's testament to how well you've recovered the season and the fact that you just kept on the trajectory as well. Because I remember you guys at the beginning of the season, I'd watch your streams. We'd obviously done the game together, and it was just like you guys are really fearing the worst. And look at you guys now, FA Cup winners, predicting a win at Anfield. I rate it, man. Rate it.
I think we need to speak to the league. Maybe this league should just start from January. I don't know what it is about us. After Christmas, we're cooking.
If you keep your top players and you add to it, I think you'll be a dark horse for top 7 next season.
That would be lovely.
Okay.
If you keep your main players, though, you have to. And by main players, Wharton, Eze.
After what I saw this year, I want the Europa League.
It's possible.
I think that because the worst
League
team in
will
the
take
Champions League, I think because the Champions League, that team doesn't drop down anymore. I think inadvertently it's made the Europa League a lot easier.
Yeah, it's made it more. It's a bit more entertaining as well, though.
Yeah, I do like it.
To see teams really go out for it.
100%. He is. Stream has been set for 3:45, so Nicky said he'll do a watch along. I'm guessing you guys are doing one as well.
Yeah, we'll be doing one.
I potentially may be available for this one because I'm not going, but I might be able to watch it.
There will be a vlog.
There will be a vlog. And Dan, you will use the music in the folder and not the copyrighted music.
Well, let me write that down. Which folder?
Not only that, guys, we'll also have a vlog out on Monday for our parade. Not a long parade because of
the drive down the street.
How are they milking that to be 45 minutes?
Someone's pushing the bus.
Where is the parade starting from?
The top of the White House. Yeah. Top of White House.
To the stadium?
Yeah.
Yes, down the straight road.
Down the road.
That's a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why? Because originally I thought the parade was going to be yesterday, and now it's Monday, right? So why?
No, it was always Monday.
Okay.
So basically, the intentions were to use Crystal Palace Park. Crystal Palace Park Trust kind of was like, nah. And I think because of that, and I think there's a bit of negligence on our side where there wasn't plan A, plan B, plan C. We've had to rely on using the ground. And I think this is why they've decided to make it a free event, because they think they know they screwed up.
Oh, okay.
The moment we had beaten Villa, they should have had contingency plans.
Yeah.
Because they could have easily maybe gone for like Fairfield Hall sides.
Yeah.
Go deep into Creighton and come do the parade that way. They fumbled the bag. An opportunity to get the whole of South London on a bank holiday Monday.
Yeah.
It's messed up, unfortunately. But listen, we're gonna enjoy it regardless.
Yeah, dude,
like,
man.
Like the fact that we've won a trophy, we've got to. So you know what we have to do, because obviously other fans are gonna be
not at a roundabout. Breaking down at the roundabout would be crazy.
It's not even getting that far. It's turning off at Park Road.
Oh no!
And then it's stopping. You know when they're away fans normally, the away team comes in, it's gonna stop there.
Wait, let me grab a picture of it, because that's quite funny. If you waffle for 5 minutes, and I'll grab it.
It would have been so sick if it had even gone past like Tasty Jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does it?
No, it don't go that far.
I'm guessing because obviously there's quite a lot of narrow. But saying that, buses go down Bridgedock and the High Street, so there shouldn't be a reason why not.
Callum, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I got to see this, man.
This is the parade.
That's literally a 5-minute walk, boys. No, that's taking the mick. That's insane, man.
It's bad, isn't it?
That's not good. That's terrible. That's a
parade again.
And they're saying that's going to be a 45-minute parade.
Yes.
No, that's 22 minutes max.
22.
That's 22 minutes.
You know what? They're going to have to stop every 5-10 feet. I swear.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
And you see every tree, they stop.
That ain't lasting 45 minutes. We know that route. That's not a 45-minute route.
You know, what I'm hoping they do is just do a mad to say, screw what they've said. We're just driving around.
Yeah. I hope they do.
Oh, mate. Yeah, look. You can tell we're newbies to this. We ain't prepared ourselves at all.
For real.
100%. Carl, pleasure as always, man.
Nah, come on, pleasure's always mine, man.
Please shout out where everyone can find you.
Team Coppish. We are going to do a preview later, which I'll speak to you obviously after to confirm time and all that. But yeah, Team Coppish, man. Just would love a little subscribe and a like on a couple of videos, and obviously hair as well. The boys' hair, man. Nothing but love for you guys. So big up to you,
100%.
man.
No, it'd be great, guys. Go subscribe now. Please turn the notification bell because you'll see whether it's myself or myself and JC, whoever it will be on Team Copish for a preview in a minute, and it'll be great to have you lot supporting the red and blue. But anyway, champions elect. It's good to be amongst winners.
Facts.
You know, good to be amongst winners. Tomorrow's game should be vibes. It should be great. You're gonna hear us tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, we always do.
The atmosphere at Wolves was mad. When the game against Wolves was crazy.
You got one of the best atmospheres and one of the best fan bases. I think the Premier. I think teams in the Premier started to clock onto that now as well.
Well,
Palace
travel,
they
bit
travel.
of half a go at it, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they're a bit tin pot.
Yeah, exactly that. I personally think the Premier League needs to look at how Europe does things, because I'm seeing like flares and fire.
Yeah.
I get those fire hazards. I get it.
But you got to do
the
more.
atmosphere. You've got like PSG rolled up to Emirates 45 minutes before kickoff, and it was chaos.
Yeah.
Like that's how it should be done.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is what it is, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll have a watch along with Nikki and potentially JC tomorrow. I'll be at a hotel with the wife, so I'm not available. No, I am not going for. My birthday was on Thursday.
Bro, happy birthday, man. You kept that quiet.
I tend to. I tend to keep it.
Birthday, man.
I'm not the type of. I don't like the.
Oh, your birthday was Thursday. What date was that? That was the 22nd. Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
That's literally my mother-in-law's birthday. And
Crazy.
my oldest son's the 18th.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday. We'll be late to
big up, man.
your
Big up.
mother-in-law and to obviously
Hi.
your oldest.
If Mateta drives the bus, he ain't going first.
You're literally going to hear boom.
And it's not Mateta saying it, it's the bus exploding.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's be. You're not killing me.
He'll probably be driving the bus with the 360 camera.
That'd be comedy. I can't lie.
That video. I know you're not a Palace fan, Carl, but if you go and watch Mateta's, go to the Palace website and watch Mateta's World. He's literally got his like self. There's one part where Chris Richards is running with it, and like his body goes. It's so funny. Anyway, let's go. Out the Palace.
Big up, brother.
Eagles.